Check. Hello. Can you guys hear me? The weekly audio check. How's everybody doing? Come back to Surrey. I will. You can hear me. Okay, cool. When I do this, you can hear me. No audio problems. Okay, great. We can hear you. Okay, cool. This is, as you guys know, every week that I've done this so far, I've started out with audio problems. So I think last week actually was good, and I only discovered after my guests left that I had to reset the stream again. But this week we're gonna try and keep it going in one consistent stream, because this week is really important. Really awesome show this week. But first and foremost, I want to acknowledge and thank the National Arts Centre of Canada for sponsoring the Canada Perform series. This show was a show that I applied for a while ago as an artist in Canada. Any artist in Canada can apply for these grants, and Canada Performs awarded me one. So thank you to the National Arts Centre for providing this support for artists all across our country. And thank you to the sponsors, the Slate Music Foundation, the RBC Foundation, SiriusXM, and the Bennett Family Foundation, and Facebook, of course. So thank you guys for doing this for us Canadian artists right now. But I'm taking this grant and I'm going to donate it to the Unison Benevolent Fund, which is an emergency relief fund for anyone in the music industry across Canada. So what's really cool about Unison right now, Spotify has also agreed to match all donations. So it's super important right now. I talked to Amanda Power, the director of Unison, yesterday, and the demand right now and the calls that they're getting in right now for people in need of emergency service is through the roof, as you can imagine. Everything that's going on with COVID-19. So there's a special COVID-19 fund set up there. So yes, a few housekeeping things. I wanted to thank everybody for supporting. And if you guys want to donate, if you're in a position that you feel like you can donate, I put a link in my bio to go donate to Unison. So I see people are joining the stream, which is great. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know there's a lot of people doing streams this day and age, so thank you for coming to mine. Some other news this week that just floored me. I'm sure all of us who heard about what happened in Nova Scotia during the weekend is just hard to imagine. It's unfathomable. Still hearing details of what went on, but I'm thinking about the 22 people who lost their lives. I thought a lot about them this week and their families, and I was thinking that it would be fitting to maybe start this stream to acknowledge them and play a song and dedicate a song to the victims and the families. Music in my family growing up, when we grieved at funerals, we would it would help us. My grandfather used to sing and inspired me to sing, and I thought that maybe I can sing a song and dedicate it to the victims and the families. And it's a song by Vince Gill. It's called "Go Rest High on That Mountain," and yeah. I know your life on earth was trouble, and only you can know the pain. You weren't afraid to face the devil. You were no stranger to the rain. So go rest high on that mountain.
go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. Oh, how we cried the day you left us. We gathered round your grave to grieve. Wish I could see the angels' faces when they hear your sweet voice sing. Go rest high on that mountain. All your work on earth is done. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. So go rest high on that mountain. All your work on earth is done. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son.
Thank you, guys. Whew. Okay. I'm gonna shift gears a little bit. I'm gonna play, I'm just gonna play.
Love was a dream on planet Earth. It fell through the seams on planet Earth. We're so much more than what we're worth. Wasting away on planet Earth. Down here on planet Earth. No, we don't belong. We don't belong here on planet Earth, where we stay too long on this side of the sun. I'm making my way through the universe. Don't bring me down to planet Earth. 10,000 miles above the ground, we can be real, nothing's out of bounds. But down here on planet Earth, no, we don't belong. We don't belong here on planet Earth, where we stay too long on the side of the sun. I'm making my way through the universe. Don't bring me down to planet Earth. Don't bring me down to planet Earth. Down here on planet Earth. No, we don't belong. We don't belong here on planet Earth, where we stay too long.
Thank you. Okay, so where are we tuning in from today? I saw someone say Surrey earlier. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna scroll down, maybe see what you guys are saying. Thank you guys so much. I love my shirt. Thank you. You know, every day I'm wearing sweatpants and hoodies, and Thursdays are the only day I get to dress up for my live stream. And so you have no idea how much this live stream means to me. Just to have something to look forward to every week. All around, really. Like, I've been practicing more than I usually do. I've been reaching out to friends and guests and just having conversations that I don't usually have. And I guess that's kind of the silver lining in this madness right now, is that you know, we are sort of coming closer together in certain ways. I haven't had so many people check up on me via text and just, you know, we truly are in this together, and you know, we are helping each other out through this. And yeah, so I said this last week, but thank you guys for coming here again and sharing this evening with me and this hour with me. There's plenty more to come. So let's see. Sydney, BC, awesome. Portland, Oregon, yeah, I know where that is. Ottawa, staying up late, I appreciate it. We got another Surrey, Vancouver Island. Oh, New York, wow. Alex Bay, New York, I've never been there. Van City, representing. Cool. Well, I am going to, I think it's time I'm going to bring on my first guest, because these two guests that I have this evening are people I truly admire, and I'm just so excited just to talk to them. I'm probably going to talk more and want to ask more questions than I get to playing. So I'm going to get them on now so I have more time. So I wish I had a better way of making a really fun intro, but I don't. So let's see if Serena's hanging out, and we're going to bring her on and chat and see what she's up to. Please work. East Vancouver. Hey!
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how's it going? I just got to adjust my camera. How's it going?
Nice to share a split screen with you.
Right? That's the first time.
I know.
We ever shared? Do you remember what that is?
The first thing we ever shared?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. It was the Much Music, right?
No, it's before that.
Oh!
We shared a microphone on stage with another artist named Chantal Kraviazik at the Elton John benefit concert.
That's crazy. That was such a whirlwind.
Yeah, and that's my first memory of meeting you in person, because I knew of you because Fraser.
Yeah, yeah.
We Fraser at EMI, people that are watching Fraser Hill.
Yeah, we have the same awesome A&R guy, Fraser. Yes. Yeah.
And he would sing your praises, and for good reason, obviously. And I remember that day meeting you, and I remember, what do you remember that day, actually? I'm curious.
Well, I remember Chantal Kraviazik, like, yelling at everybody to, like, that she's so awesome. She's like, we didn't come here not to be heard or seen. And then, like, all the microphones had to move and stuff. She, like, actually made it so every artist actually ended up being seen, because we were on stage, and it was a huge deal for Elton John, right? It was like, he was performing. What was it? He was being inducted into...
Well, it was Fashion Cares. I think it was the last one. It was the 25th.
Fashion Cares. Oh,
yeah.
Right.
So
and okay. Yeah. So I just remember all of us just being like jumbled up and like in this thing. And then Chantal Kraviazik like being like, we need to be seen and heard. And I was like, okay.
But you know what?
Sure.
What's funny, what pure comedy about that, because the rehearsal was so serious. The rehearsal was like, know your parts. And I was just like, I don't know what's going on. I was on tour with Lights at the moment, and like it was just kind of one of those things like, oh, cool. But then we got there, I had no idea we had to learn all these different harmonies. But the joke was,
me neither.
On the show, I think Elton taped our rehearsal, and then I think they might have played it for him, because at our show, I don't think our mics were on. I did not hear anything in our mics.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't hear myself either. But actually, I'm really glad Chantal spoke up, because at least you could see us.
Oh,
because,
for sure.
Because it's like, You know what I mean?
Oh
Like we
yeah,
would have not been seen or heard.
yeah. She's a pro, and she's.
Yeah.
It was a pretty for me. I was a new artist to share a microphone with you and Chantal. I was really like nervous, so it was
Yeah.
kind of an interesting situation to be thrown into. So,
Oh my God.
um,
I barely remember it because I think I dissociated. I have in the past dissociated a lot when things are like really big deals,
yeah,
right? Like where you just feel like you're out of your body and you
yeah,
don't remember stuff. It's like, for me, there's so many amazing memories that I feel like I just wasn't there for.
yeah.
Like, like all of the Junos or like any big industry party where I've met like really amazing, famous people. Like, I played this one party. Okay, I played this one party with Bon Jovi was there, Jay-Z was there, Beyonce was there.
The small thing.
Just no big deal. Like, um, Mark Ronson's mom was like talking to me about the song I Wanna Know What Love Is. She was like, that was written about, like, my boyfriend wrote that about me, and he got up in the middle of the night and played it for me, and I was like, you don't know what love is? This
Oh
is
my-
over. Like,
That's insane.
that's the only thing I remember from that night.
Was that
her telling me that story. I was like, your brain just kind of explodes when you're like, I feel like, right? Like when there's so big deals happening, and I always feel like such an ass because I don't remember. Sometimes I don't even remember meeting people because it's on such big nights, or like
Yeah.
you could even have long conversations with someone that means something to you, and then it's just gone, and then you look like a dick.
Yeah, no, I totally relate to you. Was that in Los Angeles?
That was in New York.
In New York, okay. I think maybe it just means you were just experiencing it rather than like viscerally trying to like think too much about it. And maybe because I have a similar story of like playing with Chicago and in the band Chicago.
Oh my gosh, cool.
And just sort of meeting like Quincy Jones that night, and like you meet these, and you're trying to act normal because you're like, oh
Yeah, you're just like, yeah, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be here. Yeah, no, I'm really supposed to be here.
But maybe that just means you were enjoying the moment in the night. But you mentioned the Junos, and that was another moment when I saw you, where I completely just like went like crazy as a fan. And I think it was Regina. You performed. I think you opened the show with Billy Talent, and then I think you played later in the show. I don't know if you closed, but I think you did a couple songs. Like you did one set, but I think you did two songs back to back, kind of. I think.
Oh
maybe.
yeah. It was like we had to shorten them a little bit.
Yeah.
I remember doing Stand Up and Run with Billy Talent, which was so fun. I love Billy Talent. I love all those guys. They're amazing.
Yeah, I mean, but I gotta say though, you like, and no disrespect to anybody, that night you owned that show. Like, well, I don't know what it was. I don't know what you were channeling, but like every time you got behind that microphone, like you just like you had this quality star factor, and you blew me away. I was sitting with my mom. We were watching. I couldn't believe it. I was just so. That was just another moment where I was just like, "Wow, okay, she is the real deal. She is an international superstar." And I just that moment, just like, yeah, I won't forget that moment. But,
thank you. That's so
yeah,
nice.
but
Yeah, it's funny. Like, you know, the magic moments when they happen, it really feels like it is you're plugging into something, right? It's like you're plugging into something, and you kind of just have to trust it, right? You kind of just have to be like, okay, you know, I'm here, and I'm like, you know, if regardless of what you believe in, it's like God, or it's, you know, the creator, or whatever, you know, some sort of magic. If you believe in any sort of magic, it's like, I definitely do, because I have no idea
and that was
where music comes from, or where performances come from. Like, I don't know where it comes from. I'm just kind of like, I'm here for it. I'm really excited about it. And it's just as exciting to me as I feel like it is to everybody else, because I'm like, oh, cool. I don't know how that happened, but it's happening. And, you know?
Yeah. Well, to that note, I mean, when I'm these live streams, when I first started.
Someone's had a crush on me for 20 years. Ooh. Thanks, Andrea. I have a crush on you too.
Yeah, I need to read more comments. But I was just gonna say, like, you know, what you just said about you're just as excited. It's so true, because I think the fans and the energy in the building also contributes to live performance. And doing these live streams when there's nobody there, like after a song, it's the most awkward thing ever. Don't worry, I'm gonna be clapping when you sing, but the fans mean so much, and there's so many times where like I feel like I have no energy before going on stage, and then it ends up being like one of the best performances of my life because the fans were so into it, and it's like just like this other level that you just feed off their adrenaline and their excitement.
Yeah, fans really, it's the people in the audience really can make a show.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like it's up to us to like break a show.
Yeah.
You know, because like an audience, you know, you can always say like an audience can make or break a show, but it's like, well, even from doing these lives, I've only done one on my own. This is the fourth time I've ever done a split screen share. Because I did one with Rhea May, who we love Rhea, and I did my own show. So I guess I didn't do a split screen, and then I did one with my friend Begonia, who's an amazing musician. I love her so much. Do you know her? You have to check her out.
What is she?
Begonia. So good. And then you. So now, Shawn.
Now you're here, and I'm honestly like it's an honor to have you. Like it's so cool. It's beyond cool. But we've also have things in common. Like we talked about, and we did a Christmas song and John Levine. And...
Yeah, I know. And you wrote in my living room at my old house. You came over and we hung out.
Yeah, and you're a great cook, by the way. How's your isolation going? I'm sure you're cooking like a storm right now.
I am making so much food. I am making so much food. I'm making lots of food.
I love it.
And yeah, I love it. I love it too. I love eating. I love cooking. I don't love cleaning so much, but you know, it's gotta be done.
Well, I also appreciate you coming on. I know it's 10:30. This is past your bedtime. Is that your?
It's really hilarious. Is my bedtime actually has been for the last 2 years like 9 p.m. unless I'm like doing shows. But I get up really early. I used to get up really early. It's like before this quarantine, I was waking up so early, but now it's like now that I have completely all the time to myself, I'm like not even sticking to my own schedule that I'm making for myself, where it's like it's very strange. But yeah, it is past my bedtime. But I figured, you know, like I'd stay up for you.
Well, I sincerely appreciate that. And
what are people saying here? Hey from New Jersey. Hey from New Jersey.
That's awesome.
I love New Jersey.
Well, you toured America with One Republic for a minute, right?
I did, yeah. I toured with One Republic. It was awesome. It was amazing. I've done a bunch of touring in the States with different people. I toured with a band called Need to Breathe for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're great.
Really, really awesome guys.
Hi from well.
You know, yeah. Lots of touring, but I'm very happy about being at my house and sitting in my house and cooking the food and being in the same bed every day. It's very good. I don't know what accent this is, but I think it might be somewhere in New York. Maybe, it's not Jersey, but I don't know.
How are you, like, what are you doing to keep yourself occupied? I guess, like, are you working on any music? Are you just kind of going with the flow? Like,
I have been working on some music that I'm really, really, really excited about.
Wow. And you do your best work from home, right? I mean, didn't you do, like, harmony in your garage?
Yeah, I did. I did. And, like, I do my best work when I'm not under pressure.
Yeah.
And when I have space.
Yeah. And
when I'm able to kind of just go off into that weird creative zone and plug in, you know?
Yeah.
So I've been doing that, which is really, really awesome. And I'm really excited. We're going to drop something pretty soon. So I'm excited.
No, that's exciting. I mean, I think your last, you did, but I did want to ask you about the Christmas tour. Like, how did that? That
was so fun.
Like,
it was the best time ever. It's like people just kind of melt and they, you know,
there's two sides to Christmas though. Like for me, I mean, I love Christmas, and then there's also the stressful side of Christmas.
Yeah.
So when you're putting on a show and you're the reason people are coming to see, is it just more of the good side? Is it more people
Yeah, I feel like it's about the music and it's about the joy. Like,
Yeah.
for me, it's more about like winter solstice than anything, than Christmas. It's like I'm not a religious person and I don't really care about the bullshit of presents and like,
Yeah. Yeah.
all of those different things that go along with it. But I do always care about the music, right? And
Yeah.
like what can happen to people during Christmas and the season is like,
Yeah.
it's just unbelievable what happens. Adults just melt and they like the joy that happens, when you're on stage and you're watching someone come in and like they go from, they lose like 20, 30, 40 years, just
Oh
like
yeah.
melts away, which is pretty magical.
Yeah. I did a deep dive.
You did a
And
deep dive?
I did a deep dive on your Wikipedia, and I don't know what it is about where your hometown, was it Markville?
Millbrook.
Millbrook.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, you have like a Canadian a Christmas song that's like a Canadian staple. I hear it every year and I love it. It's one that I don't get tired of. Another John Levine, which is so funny.
Yeah.
We did a Christmas cover of Elton John, or not Elton John, sorry, John Lennon.
Yeah.
War is over.
Yeah.
Happy Christmas. And Millbrook apparently has shot 3 feature films, Christmas films, have been shot there. The Town Christmas Forgot, Let It Snow, and Ice Princess. Did you know that? And is there any sort of connection?
Well, no, I did not know that. But the Town Christmas Forgot, I feel like I felt that way when I lived there. I was like, because it's such a tiny little town, but it's just so beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Like now when I go back, I'm like, whoa. I think as a young kid, when you live in, like, because it was just like under 1,000 people when I grew up there, right? So like small town,
Yeah.
you're like, let me out, and then you get out and you travel and you're like, whoa, I grew up in like this beautiful fairy tale land, like,
Yeah.
and it's
Relate.
just stunning. Millbrook is beautiful, and it's like it is a historic town. It's a historic town. The buildings are from like the 1800s downtown. I was like, what?
Wow.
Stunning. It's a village in a valley, so
Okay.
it's actually in a valley, and it's surrounded by like woods and farms, and there's this amazing theater there called the Fourth Line Theater.
Okay.
That's outdoor theater every summer, and
I gotta go. It kind of,
Yeah.
obviously they're 2 different places, but I grew up in a small town, Nelson, BC. I'm not sure.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, I forgot you grew up in Nelson.
Yeah.
Dude. That's why I love you so much.
We got
You
this
like
small
grew up
town.
on the quartz crystal and we're like,
Well, I can't believe it's already 7:30. I know Jan's going to be coming on in a bit, but I would love for you to
I've always actually wanted to open up for Jan Arden.
Oh
so.
my god, that's how I got my start. Like,
Did you?
Start. Fraser flew to Penticton to see me play opening for Jan Arden. That was my very first anything before I had any record deal, before nothing. My agent got me the gig. God bless them. And I opened for Jan Arden in Penticton. Fraser literally like took me to the dressing room afterwards. It was so weird. It was like this hockey moment. And he's like, that was a pretty good set tonight. I thought I was talking to a hockey coach. He's like, that was a pretty good set tonight. You played some good songs there. I think you got 1 hit.
You got 1 song.
You got 1 song.
Well, 1 hit is like all you need.
Yeah. But Jan was so awesome. And then I played a show with her on that same kind of leg in Prince George. And she, I mean, I was dying, like the laughter. Oh my God. She's a gem.
She's amazing. She's amazing. I've been watching her Insta lives and stories and stuff. And I like commented on one of them that I wanted her to buy me what was it? What's the thing where like the lyrics come on the bottom of the screen when you're on stage?
Like karaoke machine? No,
but like when you're on stage and you have the words are there. A what? Teleprompter.
Yeah.
She was talking about someone bought her a teleprompter. Michael Bublé bought her a teleprompter like early on. And like I was like, buy me a teleprompter. I was like messaging her while she's doing this live with this like super famous actress, and I felt like an ass, but
oh, that's funny.
I really loved it. I really love Jan Arden. I think she's amazing.
Do you, speaking of teleprompter, you remember I asked you to introduce me at the Canada's Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
Jan was there, and do you remember the teleprompter went out?
Oh,
yes. She obviously didn't bring her own teleprompter.
We gotta call Michael. I wonder if Michael still has the warranty. Like,
Excuse me.
we need to send this back.
I need to get my own teleprompter.
Oh my
for
goodness.
sure.
Okay, well now I know what you want for Christmas. I'll keep that in mind. But what are you gonna play for us to this evening?
I'm gonna play a song that I don't play that often, but it's
I love those times.
yeah, it's a song that's it's called "I Am Only You."
Amazing. I'm gonna try and not look awkward, and I'm just gonna watch.
Oh yeah, right. It's like a songwriter circle where you're like. Like on stage, songwriter circles are so hard, right? Especially when you like hate someone's music or like you really don't like it and you're trying to not be an asshole and you're just like sitting there like closing your eyes, like hitting the guitar beside them, like, oh, this is terrible. Oh, but I don't want to look like a dick. Oh, yeah. So you better nod your head.
I'll be doing that, but I won't be. I'll be thinking the opposite.
Okay, amazing.